why another reason for the delay. A little bit of optimization work to get some frame rates and some synchronization issues back. So we will have the fishing. We actually have loads of corn and all 6 boats at the dock. We built them all this week. They don't take too long. So you get us to put the pallets of boards in, but yeah, we can show you the boats as well. But over here, where that other train comes in, the new train, which we will I guess we'll recap. For those of you that missed it last week, we'll do some recapping as well. But the new train stops down here, the gravel sand train, and if you follow the road right up here that we put in, it's gonna bring you to this nice little park here that has yet to be named, but has a few excavators, one for coal, one for sand, and one for gravel.
On my way down with a Volvo truck, I'm gonna show you guys how this thing works.
Awesome.
I'm taking a tipper up north so you can show them that.
Yep, we'll go to the north.
There.
We'll go to the north one after we do the south one. So yeah, we got a nice little gravel lot here, or a little quarry lot. And this is alternative to the gravel pit, which does raise some issues because it makes it a little bit easier for getting gravel down here, but I thought it was a cool addition. You're a little bit close for some people. The only downfall about this is it does take longer to load a vehicle, so the gravel pit will still get a lot of use. And actually, there's 2 downfalls. It closes at 6 p.m. And you know what? We got a couple hours. So it's only open from the hours of 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in game hours. And the loading time is a little bit lengthy, but you can park a truck, as you see Jeff's here. The excavator, and the excavator starts loading. And let me see if I can zoom out. How's the updating going? Is it good so far?
I hopped out so you can jump in if you like.
All right, I'll jump in and you'll see it does roughly, it's about 3,000, I believe, and it will fill you up using a passenger. So we're at 5820. It's a little bit delayed, yeah. On the server, these are a little delayed for some reason. After the thing, the trigger trigs in. In single, it's not an issue. You'll see the server still. We'll see if we can work that out. But you could see the gravel rise after he's already turned and gone back to fill it. But it is working, just a little delayed. And as we optimize the server as well, it'll get better and better. Hopefully that we'll be able to get that issue fixed. But you can see you don't have to be here either for that, you just have to be parked there. And we'll send over here, you will get a message full, and everybody on the server will get a message. If you're playing on a server that is full and waiting to be away. And you've had to pick coal. There's no room for coal on the server.
Sawmill.
Sawmill. Okay, I could see, because like I said, this was a last minute, that things like this little floating yellow box, I guess that one's not quite on the ground. So that'll have to be fixed, and it will. And these guys haven't even fully tested everything. I just put those in this last update. So yeah, the box, it was a quick update trying to get this broadcast live. Boxes like that hopefully won't be floating when all goes live.
Just the refresher will come out after we get done testing it.
Yes. Yeah, the new version's a long way off because we are just building it. And in the very, very early stages. As you can see, the 35,000 trailer is taking quite some time to fill up. There we go. Now it pops up loading is gate. And I don't know if I can remove that or not, because I do have an issue. Now, everybody that's paying right now is going to see that until I move the truck. And that could get annoying on the servers. If I can't remove it, I can at least make a little box. I'll probably end up getting rid of that because that will get annoying for 12 people or whatever on the server after a while. So anyway, this one here, Jeff, did you want to bring that over to where you thought you were going to dump it?
Sure can.
And I will jump in and head up to where Annie is.
Unless you want to use my jump over to my vehicle and you're there already.
Yeah, I got to drive around so I can hit everything anyway. And you never know what we might pass that reminds me of what I'm supposed to talk about tonight. So we'll just over. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, on the way over, I got to hit a few farms. I mentioned in our broadcast the digital plays being changed as well. I actually asked a couple on the server, and I said, "When do you look at those digital displays?" And it was very seldom. And I think were several reasons for that. I never looked at them, and it almost seemed like a wasted design feature. So my main reasons I think I never looked at them is because being up against the silos when you're pulling with a full load, unless you're going to get out of the truck and walk around and try to see around your truck, you can't see the darn things, and that's when you usually want to see them. And secondly, in the sunlight, that light gray background really made it hard to see the information. So I moved them, got rid of them. The other reason for moving them is eventually, like I said, that you'll have a choice of using multi-silos or turning them off and making them placeable. So the locations for the digital displays were not quite as good with the old ones. So there's one over here in between our barns, a little flashy. It's bigger. You can see it there on this farm. They're in different on all of them. And I put one down below. If we are working down here, this is the red farm, the one I currently operate with Jeff. And if I'm down at the animals and I want to see the digital display, I think the boards themselves look a lot nicer, much easier to read than the old boards. And if you notice, the green arrows for potato and sugarcane are both there. And I mean, sugar beets now and potatoes be picked up as well off at the silos.
Right.
That's fixed.
All right, get out. Love you, Xander.
On my way over to
Love you, Xander.
I
Love you, Xander.
It's the last time I mentioned it. Didn't show
sleepy?
Anybody.
Are you
And
sleepy?
that's on the blue farm. Some of you out there requested that silo tube on the back of his barn on the blue be
What's
extended
to probably
the wall when you drove back there, and we took care of that as well. We'll show you the new tube. As I drive through some sugarcane. Server's running pretty smooth though, isn't it, Jeff, for you now with the update? I think it's running pretty good.
With what?
A little less resources.
Oh, yeah.
So over here, you don't have your digital. There's your digital display here. It's moved to the other side, up against the mountain. Again, it can't be on any objects on the farm because hopefully you'll be building your farms too. But there's the digital display. And you can see with this pipe, it's been extended out. You should easily be able to put up underneath that now to fill up. That's his one digital display. Much easier to read. And we'll spin around over to the other one, which is right over here on this side of his farm. Nice little. So we spread them out a little bit. They're not all in one location. but we kept 2 on each farm. Let's head over to Danny because we're keeping him waiting over there. See what he's got up there. And we're heading over toward where Wells Fargo Bank is. And for those of you who've been around for a long time, the original location of the birdseed factory. Here's our boats all docked, ready to be sailing. We'll get to the boats in a little bit. As I fly in to see Dan, whoa, I'm gonna end up rolling and not be able to finish the tour. Okay, woo, cool deal. Landed on my wheels. All right, over here we just have sand and gravel. There's Danny, waiting for excavator trip. I'm gonna pull in and grab some sand, Dan. Well, it basically works the same way. The lot here was quite small, so we couldn't put coal over here. Yeah, the server runs really well. It's actually in the house of one of our members now. So yep, Danny's loading up with the gravel, and he'll take it to wherever he needs to go. Over here, around the corner, down the street. Look at that nice lake down there. Up. I never did come over here before. There's the other water tower that's temporarily there. I have coal here in between the mountains. Some grass still on it I have to get rid of on our map, but it's not there on the other. So you would get some coal over here. Make it if you're working on the factories down below to just drop a truck there and fill it up. Let's see. Other than that,
If you jump into Volvo, our Volvo, you'll get to the next place where you want to showcase.
what's that?
Oh,
Which place?
it's a surprise.
Oh, I know one place, but right now I'm going to really quickly, because I'm up here, go over to Cogent, because there was just a couple minor changes over to the Cogent factory. One of them bugged me every time I played, and that was now when I drive on Cogent, I can see what's in it. I absolutely, hey, there's a lot of paper. We need to get a truck down to the, 102,000 paper. I absolutely hated the fact that I couldn't fill up this truck and see how much paper was left before. Well, now that's not going to be an issue because any property, the other ones you can see we're out of wood chips, but I got the trigger to show what is in here. You're going to surprise me. I got to go over one other quick thing that while I'm here, and then I'll jump into the Volvo and see what showcase that I don't know about. Well, I know it's got to be one of two things, I think.
It's
Or
a
three.
scary, scary place at night.
Oh, yeah. That one there. People are dying to get in there, aren't they?
They are. There is a waiting list.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but on 1.3, I somehow inadvertently, sort of like my gravel pit faux pas today, where I deleted all the things in the gravel pit. I lost my logos on my glue and my resin barrels, but they're back. The Cogent Pure resin barrels and the glue. I got rid of those ugly barrels again. Okay. That was what I wanted to show you there. Got the better graphics back. That. A lot of little... And we're going to die now. Here we are at the new church. I moved the church, actually. The church, you don't have to buy it and lose a lot of money anymore. There's the church up on the hill right near the windmill. And I'll drive around a little bit. Show you the front. You can see it's up on the hill. You could drive by the nice church and say hello.